Hey everybody, Mark from Northeast Bass Fishing. How you doing? I have a few clips from a couple days last week in between the rainstorms that I thought I'd share with you guys. And right there you see me catching a decent largemouth on a jig. That's a queen tackle tungsten jig, half ounce. And I got a super pork trailer. And this is like 6 or 7 clips of just some various fish around. I think it was that Monday and Tuesday that we were up there when the weather was really not great. So I didn't record a lot because the rain was in and out. There's another largie in a different area on that's a 6 cents. That's their plus jerk bait, like what I guess you would consider their plus one. I forget what you exactly call it. And that day you really had to let it suspend. So these are going to be some quick clips. Here's another one. And I'm just throwing it on that Veritas Abu Garcia reel, or rod. I think that's an Ardent Arbor reel. 8-pound fluoro. And I was just throwing this jerkbait out. This is through Alberg. Through the Alberg Pass, I think we were in there, and it was just starting to rain. You can kind of see it. If you look at my back there, you can kind of see the rain is starting. I didn't really want to leave the camera out too long in the rain. And it's just a little smallie who kind of got that hook right in the snout and right in the top of his head. That's on that 6 cents jerkbait. I think there's another clip here. Yeah, it's just me releasing them, and then the rain is really starting to go. So that was when I kind of put the camera away and said the heck with it for the rest of the day. This is the day after, this is like in between rainstorms. And this was one of the coolest bites of the week for me. Not a monster bass, but a nice one. But I was just flipping these chunks of concrete and rock and everything down by the gut, and not much was going on when we first got there. And that bass, I was throwing the jig on the rocks, and I had seen some fish swimming, but that was an awesome bite. All of a sudden I looked, and he was swimming right up behind that jig, and I just kind of killed it for a second, and he hit it. A lot of times they'll just turn away, or they see the boat and get spooked, but he just kept following it, and it was great seeing his gills flare out and him chomp on that jig. Like I said, not a monster bass, maybe a 3-pounder on a good day, but still a cool bite. And at this point of the day, it wasn't raining yet, and it was actually somewhat bright, but that changed, so I didn't really film a lot this day either. This might have been Tuesday of the week up there. I don't remember the exact days. We're still down by the gut there, and there was nothing like in the gut, so we were just kind of fishing the edges. And this is a decent smallie on, I believe that's the Megabass 110 and the perch. But as I said, I did not do a lot of recording this day due to the weather. Whenever it would start to rain, I'd put the camera away, and once we had to you see right there, I don't have my bibs on, and I kind of joked with Kenny. I said I just made a mistake. I took my bibs off. The sky looks clear there, but behind us it was black and it was coming. So I think I jinxed us by taking my bibs off for 15 or 20 minutes. But we were working just jerk baits around that area and catching some decent fish. Nothing huge. A couple decent ones started to bite actually once I stopped recording because it was raining. Kenny got a few decent ones on the jerkbait too. But it was okay. We've had better days there. That day it didn't seem like they were really ganged up. They were more kind of cruising around like the edges of it. But an okay smallie. Not one of our trophies of the week, but a decent one. But you really just had to let that jerkbait just sit there. Throw it out, get it down to 5 or 6 feet, and let it just sit. That's usually that was pretty much the story of the week of just these bass. You really had to, I guess you could say you were finesse jerkbaiting, if that makes sense. You were just kind of letting it sit, dead sticking it. And, decent smallie there. 2-something, but not huge. And I believe you'll see that was that Megabass 110 in the perch right there. That smallie hit. That bait didn't last all week. Eventually, later in the week, I lost that to a northern, so I guess I'll be replacing that at some point this season. Next time I do some tackle shopping, but that's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. Just few clips from my Champlain trip. Take care.